The machine broke, or the machine was broken. Your package has mailed, or your package has been mailed. What's the difference? If you said the passive voice, then you're right. One of those is in the passive voice. If you don't know what the passive voice is, then don't go anywhere. That's what we're gonna talk about in this video. No, what? I mean it, don't go anywhere.
Hello， 我是阿力，这是2分钟英语教室。今天要来教大家5种不同。
No, I mean it. I can make this grammar lesson short and easy. In fact, it'll take less than 3 minutes and it won't be confusing, okay? Let's do this. Okay, first let's build a sentence. Let's say I broke the stick, okay? So we have a pronoun, I, a verb, broke, and another noun, stick, right? Or we can say this sentence has a subject, a verb, and an object. You might know those words already. Well, I want to use another way to break down this sentence, okay? This sentence also has an actor, an action, and a thing acted upon. So this first sentence is in what we call the active voice. The active voice happens whenever the actor comes before the action in the sentence. We can also put this sentence in a different way with the same meaning. We can say, the stick was broken by me. In this new sentence, we first have the thing acted upon, then we have the action, and lastly, we have the actor. This is what we call the passive voice. And to get it, all we had to do was add a helping verb and the preposition by before the actor. Now, why would we use the passive voice when we can just say it using the active voice? Well, there are many reasons to use the passive voice, and one of them is if you want to bring more attention to the thing acted upon. In fact, if you want to make it extra clear, we can take the actor out of the sentence completely. We can say, the stick was broken. But I can go a step further. What if I say simply, the stick broke? Now that's a short, easy sentence. This is what we call the middle voice. Yes, that's right, we have 3 voices in English: active, passive, and middle. A lot of people don't know that. So let's go back to our first sentences. The machine broke, and the machine was broken. As we can see, the first sentence is in the middle voice, and the second sentence is in the passive voice. How about, your package has shipped, or your package has been shipped? That's right, again, the first sentence is the middle voice, and the second sentence is the passive voice. So why do we use the middle voice when we already have the passive voice? Well, the middle voice takes even more attention away from the actor. And also, the middle voice is nice and clean. The passive voice has some extra words that we added to it. The middle voice is nice and short. See, that wasn't so hard now, was it? Now, there's one more thing that I want to clarify before we go. Sometimes the middle voice can start to look like the active voice. The stick broke. She ate. I laughed. How can we make sure whether this is the middle voice or the active voice? We can do this simple test. Try to add a helping verb and change it into the passive voice. The stick was broken. She was eaten. I was laughed. If the sentence keeps its meaning, then it was in the middle voice. If the sentence changes its meaning or it stops making sense, then it was in the active voice. All right, that's it for today's lesson. If you watched till this point, you get bonus points. In fact, leave me a comment and mention something about the park I'm in your comment. Maybe just something you liked about it. I will only give hearts to those comments. How about that? All right, see you guys next time.